Hi everyone, this is David from CSR Insights. Thank you for joining us in having conversations about good matters that improve people's lives. Ito po ang isa na namang episode ng Lifelong Learning hosted by Engineer Ophelia Enso. Mrs. So, hello.
Hello, good morning po sa atin lahat sa buong mundo at saka lalo na sa mag-share ng ating conversation. Good morning po and thank you very much. Lalo na sa dalawang ah talagang talagang profound yung pasasalamat ko sa guests natin ngayon. Ganon. Tapos itong anak ko mag-good morning lang. Say good morning, Chris.
Good morning. My name
Hello.
is Christopher Enso.
Thank you, Chris. You can go watch now.
Hello, Chris. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Nandun na.
Thank you, Mrs. Soha, for introducing Chris to us. And of course, ang guests po natin ngayon, I see Mr. Mark and Miss Jean F. Gatmaitan. Sila po ay couple from the insurance and automotive industries. Good morning, Mark and Jean.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sir David. Good morning,
Ayun.
Mrs. So.
Good morning sa inyo.
Yes. Good morning po.
Relax,
Mrs. So,
relax
siguro-
lang tayo dito.
Aha,
Kwentuhan.
Gusto ko
Ganun.
sanang malaman, maybe Mark and Jean can introduce themselves. Anong kinabibisihan nila this time?
Okay. I am Mark Gatmaitan, currently employed under City Motors and Suzuki Alabang. My department involves body repair collision, repair ng mga damaged vehicles, mga insurance claims.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Thank you, Mark. Jean?
Yes, good morning. My name is Jean Gatmaitan. I'm the mother of Josh, which you previously interviewed. I work in a non-life insurance company. I belong to the marketing department handling events, communication, and promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and every day I go to work.
Oo nga, no?
Except
hindi ka-
Sunday.
Except Sunday. Hindi
Except
ka,
Saturday
ma'am?
and Sunday.
Oo, so
Yes.
face-to-face ang iyong,
Yes po.
schedule, Mrs. So, baka meron kang gustong paunang tanong sa kanila.
Oh. As the parents of Joshua, was there a time that you felt vulnerable because of the stigma that might happen because of the diagnosis and the therapies that he has been through?
Yes, during that time, actually, Mrs. So, as early as 2 years old pa lang si Josh, dinala na po namin siya sa kanyang pediatrician. Kasi we observe na parang merong something. So, siguro nag 2 years old siya, parang 1 or 2 words pa lang sasabi niya. And parang medyo may something. So, dinala namin siya sa pedya niya. And yung pedya niya po, ang sabi po sa amin, siguro observe muna natin for at least another year. Kasi ang development naman talaga ng mga boys, baby boys, ay medyo late delayed compared sa girls. So, ganun po. In-observe lang namin siya. After a year, nung nag 3 years old na siya, binalik namin siya kasi parang wala pong pagbabago. So, ang sabi po ng pedya niya, i-rule out natin baka may something, may difference siya sa hearing. Sa hearing niya. Yes. So, dinala namin siya sa, pina-check namin siya sa hearing and it came out negative, so walang problema sa hearing. So, bumalik kami sa pedya niya and then nirefer na kami sa neuroscience.
Neurodevelopmental Center sa
Perpetual.
Yes.
So, we scheduled tapos that during that time, hindi pa namin alam what is this all about, yung mga may ganito pa lang di pa neurosciences. So, napakahirap po magpa-schedule pala sa ganun kasi usually mga a year ahead dapat pa-schedule na daw po kayo
Yung
kasi
mga practitioners, hindi available.
Yes, kasi sa sobrang pong daming mga ganung mga cases, mahirap magpa-schedule. So eventually, hakuha kami ng schedule. We go there with our child, Josh. Then yung mga very tedious po yung ginawa sa kanya kasi mga lahat ng dali ba motor skills, mga ganon. In-interview yung parents, both kami in-interview kung history, yung nagbuntis, kung may nagkasakit ba or may na-take something, ganun po. Kung sa parehong side namin may ganong situation, ganun.
Yeah.
So, yun po. So, in-evaluate siya. And then, so after an hour or more, yung kinausap kami ng doctor na parang ganun po yung naging finding sa kanya na at the age of 3 years old, ang kaya pa lang niyang gawin sa pang 1.5 na bata.
Okay.
So, yes, delayed siya.
Okay.
Yes, it's delayed. So, we were advised to po kaagad yung niya, ang pinagawa sa amin yung speech therapy and occupational occupational therapy. So yung during that time po medyo mahirap tanggapin kasi parang bakit kumbaga ganun po mahirap sa amin pero talaga namin na kailangan may intervention as early as sa ganung edad niya kasi para din sa kanya yun. So ang naging problem lang po sabi nga nung pedya niya natuwa nga po siya kasi at least kami daw po open mind kasi meron nga nabanggit nga po niya na meron siyang kasamang doctor din na in denial kasi yan po yung yun po yung gusto namin ding ipaalam to create awareness na pag may napansin na kayo sa inyong mga anak wag niyo pong wag kayong magdalawang isip na go to the experts.
Pati yung ba ma-interrupt ko
yes,
lang po kayo. Pati yung ba si Daddy tanggap kaagad? Kasi sa akin po 25 years old na yata si Chris nung tinanggap ng papa nila. So actually, si Daddy ba tanggap kaagad?
On my part po, yes po. Both of us, kumbaga ko ano po yung naging findings po sa kanya. So, kung ano po yung prescribe ni Dr. Shelo Malihan na mag-undergo ng therapy, we did it for him. Kumbaga, ano bang schedule niya before? Once a week.
Twice a week. Para meron po siyang OT, occupational therapy at the same time speech therapy at twice a week po yun. So,
at mahal po yun.
Yes.
At mahal po yun.
Yes.
Kasi na-experience ko rin eh.
Kaya talagang talagang sinacrifice namin. Kailangan we support him all the way. Medyo sa umpisa, sir, talagang medyo mahirap tanggapin pero kailangan kasi yun nga din po yung sabi nila na yung sa mga parents of autism, yun daw po yung naging hadlang or nagiging parang kasi parang usually yung parents in denial eh. Siguro nakaka-relate tayo sa maraming mga parents out there. Sa umpisa kasi kami medyo, pero sa umpisa lang po, pero kung all the way in denial kami, hindi namin siya ipapacheck up. Kasi madami pong ganong pangyayari sa
Isn't it that because you're open-minded, the positive mindset of Joshua has evolved? Yes. Because if you're not open-minded, wala eh. Nag-evolve siyang ganitong bata because of you. Thank you so much. Welcome. I know it's difficult, but I guess Lady Gaga would be very proud of you as parents because she has this also. And she was open about it. Even at the height of her career, she opened up. And I was, wow, ano ba to? Di ba? So, tayo ngayon, kahit maliliit tayo, pwede naman tayong gumawa ng something eh. It starts from small beginnings. Kasi doon tayo eh, nakikita ng tao, maliliit lang tayo pero nagagawa natin.
Yes.
Sila malaki, kaya malaking impact nila. Pero kahit na unti-unti may magagawa tayo. Kung lahat tayo magsisikap, di po ba? So,
Yes po.
I am really proud of you parents. As what
Thank
I
you po.
said, Lady Gaga would be very, very proud of you if she opens up the FB and then she watches it. Mayroon palang mga ganun talaga from the very
Yes.
beginning
Mi-
na
Mrs. So,
nanggap nila.
I'd like to ask, and Miss Gina, no? I'd like to ask Mark. So, nung nalaman niya yung diagnosis, and then finally, sabi ng doctor, Josh has to undergo therapies. Meron bang pagbabago sa lifestyle ninyo sa bahay or sa trabaho ninyo? O di kaya whenever you go out, meron ba kayong mga dapat i-prepare o i-consider?
Well, on our part, nung una medyo struggle kasi unang-una sending him to therapy twice a week is very costly at that time. So actually, yung therapy na yun still runs until now.
At teka, anong taon to nag-start?
2007.
When he was 3
2007.
years,
Yes.
when he was 3 years old and now
2007.
he's already 19 years old.
19.
Pero tinanggal na po sir yung kanyang after 2-3 years yung speech therapy niya tinanggal na kaagad.
OT.
Oo.
Actually, at the start, speech and OT. Pero yung with regards to yung sa occupational therapy niya, it did not last long kasi hindi naman siya yung batang hyper na makulit. Hindi. Napakabait ng batang yan. It's very, kumbaga wala siyang bad attitude na, kumbaga talagang sa state of mind niya na lang siya, na delayed lang siya. Pero hindi siya yung batang malikot na yan. Kaya, Antimano, I think 2 years na ba or ano?
Yes.
Saglit lang yung OT niya. Tapos noon, purely speech therapy na. And then pumasok na yung social skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Social skills.
So for the benefit of those watching
kayo?
us,
Nag-aba kayo? Hindi na, no?
Ano po?
Hindi kayo pinag-aba.
Yung ABA.
Applied Behavioral Analysis. Kasi ang bait naman niya eh.
Hindi
so
naman.
never, di ba?
Yes
Kasi
po.
sa school, he was behaved.
Yes po. Yes, so, yes, I would like to share
Miss
this.
Jean,
Yes, sir.
For the benefit of those watching us, pag sinabi bang occupational therapy at saka speech therapy, in layman's terms, ano bang pinagkaiba nun?
Ano bang in layman? Kasi ang namulat ko sir talagang speech therapy na and
speech therapy siguro yung pagsasalita talaga, no?
Yes, kasi medyo hirap siya dati.
Yeah, delayed speech. Kumbaga, he cannot articulate properly at saka makapag-construct ng one sentence. Kumbaga matagal kasi as we were saying a while ago, 2 years old ako, konti pa rin yung nasasabi niya.
Word lang. Siguro 2 words.
Word lang. Medyo medyo pili pa. So yun yung in-improve sa kanya. Yun yung sa speech side. Sa occupational therapy kasi
more behavior ba yan? Ganyan?
Hindi po. It's fine motors.
Fine
Occupational
motor.
therapy is fine motors. So, yun yung kasi siyempre nagkaroon ng delay. So, para ma-enhance yung capability niya to learn, to write, and other things na hindi siya maging awkward sa school, pinagawa po sa kanila at ginawa nila. Pero sandali lang po yun. Kasi sa school naman pinapalo up. Ganon.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, Sir David, I would like to share this also. Kasi during that time na dinala namin siya sa hospital, sa PERF, sa neuroscience, sila po yung nag-recommend sa Alpha Star. So sila yung nag-recommend sa school. Ito yung school na may capabilities na mag-handle ng mga ganitong child, mga special child. So doon namin kaagad siya dinala. And we were very thankful to Alpha Star, especially Mrs. So and all the teachers na talagang big help sila yung sa journey ni Josh. Sa kanila talaga, bukod of course sa amin dito sa bahay, sila talaga yung naghubog kay Josh na lumaki siya na ganito na siya. And we were thankful for it.
Kasi mabait kayo eh. Yes. Whatever we said to them, they follow through at home. Kasi at school, it's only 3 hours. How do you manage the children after school? So we asked them, and they're really very diligent parents. Kala ko diligent lang sa school eh. May diligent parents din. Talagang focus talaga sila. Kahit busy sila, even the assignments, they are really following up every assignments that were given to Joshua. Kaya magandang progress eh. Kasi kung hindi, wala eh. Kunti lang yung school. Ganon. Pag sa bahay, ano ang gagawin? So, yun po yun. Kaya talaga, malaki ang pasasalamat ko sa kanila. Model parents na, nagsikap talaga para magawa yung mga therapies na mapabuti lahat ng kailangan ni Joshua. So sa nakita nyo naman, sir, nung nag-interview tayo kay Joshua, talagang nakita natin, he has grown up to be a young man, talagang very, very behaved and sensitive. Ganon. So, I hope he's happy now because of what I
Super
gave
naman
him.
nung kausap natin, ma'am. Happy naman.
Hindi. I'm talking about Joshua.
Oh,
I hope
yeah,
he's
yeah.
happy now because I gave him the thing that he asked of me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mommy Jean and Dad Mark, ha? Kasi, pero I am telling you now, and I'm promising you that I'm going to follow through on that. I will guide them. It
Mrs. So,
seems that Dad doesn't know what's going on. So anyway po,
yeah po.
he really messages me after he talked to her, and then things that may happen. He already told me the schedules. Ganon siya kaano sa akin ha. Kasi I told him, you have to tell me everything. And then he's doing that. Kaya pag nandito siya, it takes a while for us to finish our conversation because we really talk and talk. Like talaga, di ba sinabi ko sa inyo nung after the interview, family ko na kayo eh. Kaya yun ang sinabi ko kay Joshua, kailangan makinig siya sa inyo, sa akin, at sa lahat ng mabubuting taong nakapaligid sa kanya. And he commits to that.
Very good. Mrs. So and Miss Jean, I'd like to ask si Mark, ano? So mula po, ano po ba, panganay po ba si Josh?
Yes, he's the eldest.
Ay, then, kamusta? So, nagkaroon ba siya ng siblings after?
Yes, after
3.5 years.
3.5.
Oo. Ano, may mga special preparations ba tayo? Halimbawa na, lalabas na si Bunso, so ikaw na ngayon ang kuya. Nakakausap niyo po siyang ganon when he was a little boy?
Yes po.
Uh-huh.
Kumbaga, inano na namin siya na magkakaroon ka na ng baby, sister or brother when I was still pregnant. So, okay naman sa kanya. And he's very excited.
And how was he in school? Kasi naintindihan ko po yung sa Alpha Star, that's from kinder to elementary, grade 6.
Yes. And nursery po, from nursery.
Yes.
Ang transition
to grade 6.
Ang transition po from elementary to high school, and then nung high school, may big change po ba?
Yes. Actually, sir, kasi during that time na pinasok namin sa Alpha Star, sa nursery niya, kasi nung in-enroll namin siya sa Alpha Star, nung nalaman nila na may ganun siya, may autism nga siya, special siya. So, parang in-evaluate muna nila. Kasi para, di ba ma'am, kasi titingnan nila kung kailangan pa sa mainstream, yung one-on-one, or pwede siyang mag-join sa regular class. So far naman, nasa regular class siya. Pero meron siyang, regular class siya all the way. Pero during 3 years yata or 4 years, meron siyang shadow teacher. Si Teacher Marife, na hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin makalimutan ni Josh.
Talaga.
kabisado pa ni Josh lahat yung mga teachers niya from Alpha Star, sir. So, nung nag-graduate na po siya ng grade 6, ay ako po yung naghanap talaga ng school, sinasama ko siya. And I made it a point na yung school, although nagtatanong talaga ako kay Mrs. So, nanghihingi ako sa kanya ng advice kung ano po ba yung school na pwede si Josh, yung magandang school. Kasi parang ayaw namin siyang ilipat sa big school kaagad. Baka kasi nag-worry kami kasi nandun sila yung madaling mabuli. Kasi sila yung nandun lang sa gilid, tahimik. So, yung sa MTS nga with Mrs. So ano rin po.
Treasure School.
Yes, sa Merit Treasure dito lang. Malapit lang din sa amin. So doon namin siya pinasok and we were very happy na ang ganda ng school, ang galing. Talagang meron din silang ganung program din. Every now and then, kinakausap po yung teacher niya, advisor kung okay po ba si Josh, how is he doing, okay ba siya, nagpa-participate ba siya class, okay naman po ba yung mga classmates niya, yung paano siya nakikisama. Then his classmates is, ang bubait nila, so far, very thankful kami doon kasi wala kami naging encounter na problem. And then ito yung pandemic time dumating. So nagsara yung Merit Treasure School. So lipat kami ng another school, hanap naman kami ng school na pwede siya na magiging okay siya. So yung doon na nga napunta na kami sa saan na nga ba yung school? Escola de Vita na nakilala din ni Mrs. So na naka-discount pa kami. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, si Mrs. So laging namin niya.
Kasi I have to follow through then sa schools. I have to know the schools so that I could follow up on the children so that they're able to adjust as fast as they can. That was the good thing with me because I was the treasurer of ALPS last time.
The Association of Private Schools.
The Association of Las Piñas Private Schools.
Mrs. So, doon nga ako mag-jump off sana. Sabihin ko, parang yung pagpapatakbo mo ng eskwelahan, parang hindi lang siya one time, parang lifetime na siya, ma'am. I mean, advocacy mo ba talaga to?
Lifetime po talaga. I wasn't thinking na talagang school talaga. Ito lang, na mayroon parang springboard gagamitin ko. Then later on, one of my girls would take over me pag matanda na ako, kagaya ngayon. Kaso lang, hindi eh. So, nandiyan ako sa So, ginawa natin tong program na to para ma-continue yung advocacy for them. Kasi, dito naman maka-reach out din ako. Kasi I promise that if they're not able to find the right school, they can come to me and we can help them here. You know that small place at the side of my house?
Yeah.
I did that last July, summer. And it was okay. The experience was okay. So, kung a few students at the time, na my former students, and those who are new, who cannot afford, I am willing to make them experience how is it to grow when you are able to open the horizons for children with unique needs. Yung po yun eh. Kailangan lang i-open natin.
Ma'am, ang dami niyong kakilalang eskwelahan, pati mga parents. Meron po bang mga lumalapit sa inyo, halimbawa na school owners or mga principals, teachers, nagpapaturo or nangihingi ng advice how to strengthen their programs for children with unique needs?
Yes po, sir. And I would talk to them. Normally, we would have coffee. Tapos doon kami, nag-uusap, ganon. I really try to teach them how to handle the child, especially when the child is problematic. Ganon. Kasi now, the schools are mandated. Not really totally mandated to accept mainstreaming and inclusion. So that's good because public school cannot cater to all these children that are affected. And of course, some of the privileged citizens of the Philippines will not go there, I think. So, mas mahirap kasi ang daming tao doon. Ito kung sa private schools normally 10 max sa isang classroom. So what we do is to let them understand, ito lang, what we need for them is kindness and love. If you are unkind to them, they are very sensitive. So if you're unkind to them, they would feel it. By just looking at my eyes, they know.
Yeah.
If I am agitated or because I show my real me. I don't pretend. Whatever you see is Ophelia or Miss Opel or Mrs. So to them. So ganon. So when I talk to them, I look at their eyes. Ano, okay ba tayo? Kaya ba kita? Okay ba tayo, itong mga bata? So yun yung sinasabi ko rin sa mga nagpupunta sa akin. Then, they recommended some of their students to me, especially for elementary because some of them are just nursery to kinder. So they would call me, what is it that I need to entertain the parents and the child. I said, just bring them here and then I will assess. And how much are you charging? Then I say, nothing, zero.
Very good.
It's always zero. All the diagnostic tests that I do, normally I do it personally. Because I want to know whether I can help the child. If I cannot help the child, I do not want the parents to spend a cent at Alpha Star if I'm not ready to handle the child.
Thank you, Mrs.
Yung po lang ang kailangan natin.
Opo. I'd like to ask Jean and Mark. So, kayo naman as parents, no? So, natanggap niyo na po yung situation dati. Ngayon, very okay na po no?
Yes.
Meron po bang stage dun sa inyong parenthood, ano, na, sige, maybe we can share our experience, halimbawa, sa mga co-parents natin sa Alpha Star, or, alam mo yun, meron bang nagtanong sa inyo na nagdaan din sa ganitong klaseng, journey? Tapos, paano niyo po sila natulungan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kasi actually marami na po akong kakilala na mga friends, even office mates, may mga lumapit sa akin kasi they have same situation sa anak, sa child nila, na yung iba late na nila napa-check. Yeah, late na na-diagnose kasi yun lang nga, siguro hindi sila aware or denial lang, parang ganun po. So, ganun yung kinikwento ko sa kanila yung napagdaanan namin. Basta usually yung sinasabi ko sa kanila, sir, habang maaga pa, kailangan yung anak natin may intervention, papasok na yung intervention para matulungan sila. Kasi para sa paano na lang, kasi sa future, iniisip kasi namin yung future nila, paano pag wala na kami. So, hindi sila makakatayo na sa sarili nilang paa, diba? So, ganun laging sinasabi ko sa kanila. And so far naman, yung mga lumalapit sa akin at nagtanong, napagkwentuhan po ng journey namin with our Josh, ano naman, sir, lumapit na sila yun. Lumapit na sila sa tamang sa mga experts. Madami pong instances na nangyaring ganun, sir.
Opo. Si Mark, gusto kong tanongin, we have a few minutes left in the show, can you talk to fathers, who has sons or daughters or, children or mga inaalagaan na meron ganitong klaseng journey sa kanilang life? Paano ba? 'Di ba? Kasi una siguro, Mark, pwede mong banggitin how to accept, and then pangalawa, how to support not just the child but also the wife. Kasi 'di ba minsan sa inyo pa lang dapat planchado na bago ibaba doon sa anak or sa iba nating mga kakilala at pamilya. Yes, Mark.
Well, on my part, talagang acceptance lang talaga . with regards to the kung i-accept man nung, of course at first siguro sa ibang parents siguro, kung if they're not open-minded, probably they're really in denial talaga with regards to that matter. Well, I'm very thankful na lang na kahit paano both of us were open-minded and we totally supported him all the way. All the way na yung ginagayad siya. Kaya ang masasabi ko lang talaga is co-parents na merong ganitong klaseng case is they have to talaga they have to accept the reality. Pero syempre masakit yun. Pero siguro it will take some time di ba? Basta ang important doon is they have to accept the reality at first and then be open-minded regarding it and go to and have the child check to be brought to
experts talaga.
So proper experts for them to evaluate and determine his or her real condition. Actually, yan si Josh, pag may mga assignments kasi sa akin nakatokay, kumbaga meron kaming
ganon. Sige nga.
Subjects na ganon. There came a point na practical nag-aaway kami kasi syempre minsan kasi paulit-ulit siya Kumbaga meron time na most of the time dituturo ko and then hindi niya magigets, ulitin ko na maganon. Up to the point na nag-aaway na kami pero hindi ko siya sinusukuan kahit abutin kami ng late, basta hindi ko siya binibitawan. Minsan nga nagsisigawan na kami. Si mami na lang nag-ano, tigilan nyo na yan. Ganun kasi na. Yung tipong ganun. Pero all the way, kung kailangan niya yung hindi na siya masyadong humingi ng support sa amin pagdating sa studies niya nung third year high school, pero nung first and second year meron pa pero
talaga.
And then nung time na medyo nahihirapan, naghanap kami ng tutor para maano talaga siya para ma-cope up yung mga difficulties niya.
Okay. Mrs. So, ayan, sige nga, kapag meron po mga parents halimbawa na, yun nga, yung sabi ni Mark and ni Jean, na medyo mahaba yung time frame pagdating sa acceptance ng situation. Anong sinasabi mo sa kanila? Halimbawa.
Ang hirap po, sir, kasi yun yung experience ko. Imagine nyo, 25 years bago natanggap.
But again, ma'am, sometimes it's normal naman for people na talagang meron silang sariling
mayroon talaga.
Period,
kasi, syempre, lalo na kami Chinese, di ba, lalaki nila, super importante. Second class citizens ang mga babae sa Chinese So, that's why I really tried hard to make him realize that he's still your son, no matter what. Kasi is given to us because we're able to handle it. And that God is there to help us handle the situation. That's how it is. Whoever is there who is in the family who can accept should make sure that the other people inside the home are able to understand. I'm very lucky because my two girls, the eldest and the youngest, because Chris is in the middle, they accepted him. They really helped him. Sometimes they shouted at him because he's too makulit. But it's okay because he learns. Sometimes talaga sumusobra na Ganon. Pero kailangan mo rin magpasensya So, ako nandyan, teka, ano yan? Di ba? Ganon lang. So, teka, ano yan? Kailangan ayusin natin to. Kailangan pasensyahan nyo kasi hindi niya kaya na kagaya ng kaya nyo. Kasi Christopher would say during meal times, you are all heaven, I am hell. How do you process that? Di po ba ang sakit? Magsasalita siya ng gano'n kasi nakikita niya. Very smart yung dalawang sisters niya. Ganon. Talagang, bakit ako ganito? Parang ganon eh. So, kailangan lang talaga sa buong bahay tanggapin. Kung sino man yung may influence sa iba, kami tatlo, ini-influence yung papa nila. Ganon. Ako naman, in-influence ko, siyempre yung asawa ko na tanggapin mo kasi ito na yun. Ganon lang. Fathers, ganon. Let's be thankful that we have this challenge and it will be a lesson for us. A huge, huge lesson. A profound one that will make us grow to be the best people that we can be, because inside our home there is an elephant. There is an elephant that will be there, maybe for a long time or forever. Kasi some of them are forever. Ganon. So, talagang, I'm just thankful to God that He allowed me to accept Him right away. And
very well said.
I'm able to share my experiences to parents, especially at Alpha Star. Ganon. Yung mga iba talaga, sinasabihan ko, ito yung gagawin nyo. I follow through also, even if they're no longer here. Kumusta na? Kumusta na Joshua? Si McQueen, kasi he was here also, the younger one. Oh, kumusta si kuya mo? Okay ba siya? Sabi mo, kung mayroon akong may tulong, sabihin mo lang sa akin ha. Ganon. Kaya, I'm so also proud of McQueen. Walang jealousy. Kasi nandyan yung dalawang parents na nagsasabi kay McQueen, anak, medyo may priority si Joshua sa pagtuturo kasi ganito ang sitwasyon. Oh. And is able to accept the reality. When I talked to them right after our interview, sir, with Joshua, we went and have some food, lunch. Doon, kwento kami, ganon. Kasama si Chris, kasama si Steph. Ganon. Kasi gusto ko lang marinig talaga sa mother kasi wala si dad noon, nasa trabaho. Kung ano ba talaga para sa kanya. Paano yung pinag-usapan namin ni Joshua? Okay ba lang kay mami? Nagugulat si mami. Di bali po, basta sabihin ko naman sa inyo kung ano yung na pag-uusapan. Kasi open naman po siya. So it really makes me super thankful to God na nandyan yung mga bata na they respect me. They still come to me and talk to me even if they're in college. Ganon. And they recommend Alpha Star to parents who are looking for schools. Kaya talaga. But si Mr. and Mrs. Gatmaytan, si Daddy Mark, si Mommy Jean, kasi ang tawag ko sa kanila, Mommy, Daddy, lahat ng mga parents, yun, kaya, kasi sila ang model parents na tinanggap, na pinaglaanan ng pawis nila, ng pera nila para maging ganito ngayon si Jasper. So I'm super, super proud of them.
Opo, hingan ko na siguro ng final message. Siguro on behalf of the family, si Sir Mark or si Miss Jean po ba ang gustong mag-final message?
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity na ma-share namin yung journey namin with Josh. To our co-parents out there na we have this same situation. Ang masabi ko lang po, just be open-minded and acceptance lang po talaga. And with the help of God, ito, yes, prayers. Yun din naman sinasabi ko lagi kay Josh. And bago tayo mag-answer, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank you for inviting us, especially si Josh kasi ilang beses po niyang binabanggit sa akin na, Mami, I was very happy with the outcome of the interview. yung interview niyo, sir, last week, sabi niya, it boost my confidence. Talagang very happy. I needed that, yung interview. I needed that, ma'am, sabi niya. Talagang
springboard niya.
Yes, kasi talagang parang lumakas yung kanyang, ma'am, yung confidence talaga. Yun yung lagi niya sinasabi. And we're very thankful for that.
Kumbaga siguro kung meron man siyang gusto sabihin na hindi niya nasasabi before, nasabi niya siguro during the interview.
Nasabi niya lahat.
Nice.
Yun yung he was open. I told him before this, huwag mong sabihin yung hindi mo gustong sabihin, Yun lang magaan sa'yo. Pero I was surprised. He was so open. Sabi, oh my God, this is it. Super talaga. Sabi ko, I was super touched. Ganun. Wow. I'm so proud.
Ang galing naman. Sige, we'll do more of this, Mrs. So, okay?
Yeah, we'll do more with
Joshua
and with media na para kasi very excited siya doon eh. Sabi niya, Mrs. So, ganun talaga. Kaya kailan ipalabas na natin. Kasi kailan kaya papalabas? Sabi ko this week. So, ganun.
Baka meron po kayong gustong sabihin, Mrs. So?
Ayun na, sir.
Na po
tapos na ako eh. Nagpaalam na ako kanina.
Okay. Sige po. So,
mayroon pa po, sir.
Sure,
Meron pa pala. Sana po ang government natin maglaan ng budget para sa private schools na tumatanggap ng mainstreaming and inclusion. Kasi hindi kaya po lalo na after the pandemic, ilan lang pong estudyante. Sana naman po mabigyan pansin. At saka may mga NGOs na natutulong. Yun lang po yung maitutulong natin sa community natin, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Nang hirap po talaga ngayon. Ang dami ng schools na nagsasara, marami pa pong magsasara. Kasi hindi kaya Kasi super liit na yung enrollment kumpara ng dati. Ganon. Alpastar was lucky. We were able to at least have the enrollment number that we were able to run it during the pandemic. Ganon. Kasi marami, by word of mouth, dumami. Dumami po yung nagpunta. And they were so happy. Kahit ganito lang kalit yung school. Ganon. Although sabi nila malaki na yun kasi more than 100 students Kasi to DepEd pag mag-100 ka na breach mo yung 100, parang malaki ka na Pero sa akin, maliit pa rin po kasi talaga ako focus ako doon sa what the child should learn from Alpha Star. Ang pinaka mabuti po doon yung maging mabuting tao.
Thank you.
Kasi kindness and love will bring us to where we want to be. Thank you. Thank you and good morning.
Ipaparating po natin yan sa mga dapat na makadinig. Mark and Jean. So Mark and Jean Gatmaytan, maraming salamat po. This is
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Mommy, Daddy.
This is Lifelong Learning, hosted by Mrs. Ofelia Emso. I'm David of CSR Insights. Thank you for watching. God bless you.